Hey guys, how you all doing today? And today we're watching Hannibal Season 3, Episode 2. And in the last episode we got more of DeMorhi and her relationship with Hannibal and how Hannibal got to Florence and what Hannibal does, and that is to create carnage, I guess. And then met some new victims of Hannibal, and even though we didn't get answers to questions like what happened to Will, what happened to Alana, what happened to Jack, we didn't get much closure to those questions. But in the last episode, we got more of a deep insight of their relationship between Demorhi and Hannibal and how toxic it really is. And you get to know there's some great flashback scenes between Hannibal and Gideon as well before Gideon is killed, and every single I don't know how many days it was occurring, but day by day he was getting ate by Hannibal. And there was a great line by Hannibal when he says, "This is not cannibalism, Abel. Only if we're equal." And it is that line just says it all about Hannibal and his mindset and how he views his victims, and his power he has over Demorhi in this episode too. And he is now known as Dr. Fell, and he had to kill one of these people to maintain his identity in Florence. And I'm looking forward to the point where we see that police officer in Florence trying to track him down, because like it did in the movie and in the book, I believe too. I forgot his name. Something Patsy, I believe. Hopefully we get answers in this episode. Hopefully we find out what happens to Will, what happened to Jack, what happened to Alana, because last episode I was a tad bit disappointed we didn't get answers to that. But hey, seeing Hannibal on screen, you can't complain. You really can't. But yeah, it was fun to see him in a different environment too, and him doing the same thing in a totally different culture. But yeah, let's get right to episode 2, boys and girls. Episode 2 of season 3. And if you guys want to watch full-length reactions to this, you can on my Patreon, where you can watch full-length reactions to all the movies and TV show episodes I watch on Patreon. Yes, Hannibal season 3, episode 2. Now, I do think we're going to get answers in this episode. Who lived and who died? I'm going to go Jack and Will. They're my predictions. I think Jack, he has more to give in this story than I think Alana does. I think Alana, what else can she ultimately do in this? I don't know. And yeah, let's fucking do this, boys and girls. 3, 2, 1, go.
Is Will Graham still alive?
Will was not a suitable substitute for therapy.
Is he?
What have you done, Hannibal?
Please tell me he's still alive. I think the show would be shit without Will, though. Not shit, but not as good. It's the Will and Hannibal dynamic that what makes the show. There's no way they've killed him. I don't believe it.
That place was made for all of us. Together.
He wanted them three to leave together, didn't he? Brilliant scene.
Circumstance have returned us to this moment.
When a teacup shatters, this son of a bitch.
When the teacup shatters.
Yeah, when it shatters. You motherfucker. He knows what he means when he says that. It's great to rewatch this scene again. So much blood. Jesus. Fuck. Teacup. Yeah. He's alive. Thank fuck for that.
Someone here very anxious to see you.
Lana, Jack. What? She survived that. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I don't fucking know. How many fucking times did she survive? I don't. Stop fooling me, Abigail. I'm sick of you fooling me in the show. Okay, it's not right. I thought she looked fucking dead there. She looked pretty dead. How did she survive? Whoa, she's like a cat with 9 lives.
They told me he knew exactly how to cut me. They said it was surgical.
Right. Hannibal, that bitch.
He wanted us to live. He was supposed to take me with him.
So the teacup never shattered.
We're all supposed. We don't have an ending. He didn't give us one yet.
Still to come. Kind of miss this room a little bit. I miss their little sessions together already. Eight months later. Time jump.
God can't save any of us because it's inelegant. Elegance is more important than suffering.
You talking about God or Hannibal?
Hannibal's not God.
He thinks he is.
Nothing would thrill Hannibal more than to see this roof collapse. Mid-mass, packed pews, choir singing. He thinks God would love it too.
Imagine the dinner table when he was eating Freddie Lowndes. He was on about something similar, wasn't he? Interesting idea to have an 8-month time jump. It's crazy. Did we see that at the end of the last episode? I think we did.
Chief Investigator Rinaldo Pazzi.
Yeah.
Questura di Firenze.
Ronaldo Patsy. We know what happens to Patsy, don't we?
Is Will Graham here because of the body at the Capella, or is the body here because of Will Graham?
Why are you here?
We share the gift of imagination. I met him 20 years ago.
Hannibal. You met him 20
Il
years
Mostro.
ago.
The monster of Florence. Blazed, garlanded with flowers.
Looks like Hannibal's work to me.
That's where I met
Hannibal Lecter.
this man. The
Whoa.
monster of Florence.
Looking young. The Monster of Florence.
He was convicted on no evidence except his character.
Lame has a habit of not sticking to Hannibal Lecter.
Very true.
It has a habit of sticking to you.
And Shelton, a little bit.
Valentine written on a broken man.
Heart beating. Oh, it's reforming back to. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, the stag. Stag. Oh, that is so eerie and so weird. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Will?
He left us his broken heart.
Right.
How did he know we were here?
What if no one died? What if we all left together after he served the lamb?
Ah, it was all in his fucking head, wasn't it? So the teacup did shatter. Oh, shit on it. Something seemed off, didn't it? I believed it at first, though. Oh, they're super close. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. I guess they're not gonna tell us about Jack and Alana then. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I don't like these shots. Rest in peace, Abigail.
And God
catch him. You should be praying he doesn't capture you.
Very true. Which I think he
I
will.
didn't had
You couldn't catch him when he was just a kid. What makes you think you're gonna catch him now?
you.
What makes you think I want to catch him?
Ugh.
He's gonna kill you, you know. I'm usually right about these things.
He let
Yeah.
you know him.
Told Gideon, told Chilton.
He sent you.
He hasn't gone anywhere.
He's here right now.
He's still here.
Yep. We're gonna see them reunited again. Like at the beginning of season 2, he promised a reckoning, didn't he? By the end of it, I don't know. There was definitely a change. What would you guys think at this moment? Obviously, not knowing the future. I know you guys have watched the show in full, but as of right now, do you think he wants to catch him, or does he want to be like with him? Does he regret not telling him everything when they were eating the lamb?
Senor Graham.
Dude, you better be careful.
You shouldn't be down here alone.
I'm not alone. I'm with you.
I don't know whose side I'm on.
What are you going to do when you find him?
That's the
You're
million-dollar
immortal.
question.
I'm curious about that myself.
Why don't you carry your dad back to the chapel? Before you count yourself among them.
He has no faith in this guy to bring Hannibal down.
You are already dead, aren't you?
Ah. Fucking hell, man. This is creepy. Hannibal's scary.
Hannibal.
I forgive you.
I don't know what to make of this. I really don't. Like, what is this? What's the end game here? He forgives him. Forgiving him for shattering the teacup yet again, I guess. I was very shocked at the beginning when I saw Abigail alive. And then it turns out she was never alive. It was all in Will's head. And I should have guessed that really, because that would make more sense. But when she said that Hannibal knew where to cut, I believed her. That's what kind of threw me off, because Hannibal is that kind of person who would be able, he's a surgeon and he is a crafty person. So I would believe that, but they were so close to each other, weren't they? And I found it not chilling, but really cool when he keeps saying to when I'm a Patsy that just get the hell out of here. Okay, you're gonna get killed. And he knew Hannibal was there, and he says to him, "I forgive you." I have no idea what is Will gonna do when he's gonna see Hannibal in person again. Is he gonna join along with him? Is he gonna befriend him, and we're gonna go back on this journey together? Or because the whole section of season 2 where he was with Hannibal, killing people together, will that be for real this time? Or will he try to catch Hannibal and get him once and for all? I have no idea. I have no idea what to make of what's Will's intention right now. He's seen Abigail die. I think that was a big turning point for Will. And now what's going to happen with him? I don't know. I love that Hannibal left like a broken heart to show, hey, he wished it could have been different. And I think Will feels the same way when he was speaking to Abigail about what if I just told him everything after they ate that lamb and they went together that night instead of all the bloodbath that occurred the following day. What if they all went together to Florence? Maybe, I don't know. Him, Abigail, and Hannibal. Maybe, I think that's what's in his mind. I think, and I think Hannibal feels the same way. And him saying, "Hannibal, I forgive you." I don't know what that does. That refer to that moment when he says, "Will you forgive me?" before he kills Abigail? I assume that it refers to that. And I love that sequence where that broken heart it transforms into like this stag. It kind of symbolizes Hannibal is back 8 months later into Will's life. You could argue maybe, and going towards Will. There's some great visuals in in this show. It's pretty obvious. That's one of the best compliments to make about this show. The fantastic writing, the great visuals, and we still didn't get any confirmation about Alana or Jack. Maybe we'll find out later on, but I do think we'll at least see one of them back. I'm not sure who, but seeing Abigail back in this episode surprised me, even though she was dead. So maybe you'll see something similar. We don't know, but it was great to see Ronaldo Patsy, the same character that was in the Hannibal movie, and I'm sure was in the book too. And he meets a gruesome end by Hannibal, and that last episode where Hannibal is doing his presentation in the movie, that's how he kills Patsy. So it was interesting to see how he does kill Ronaldo Patsy. It will be the same way. Bows in or bows out, like Judas. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. And Hannibal and Will, I think they're on a collision course of them two being together and becoming a ferocious couple in terms of just murdering fools and eating them. I do honestly believe, as this, after watching this episode, I didn't get the same Will when that said to Hannibal there'll be a reckoning. I feel like he is enthralled with Hannibal. I really do. Especially after the last episode of them guys together and the last portion of season 2. I think it became more about them two rather than him trying to capture Hannibal. But the problem is, if Jack is alive, that's going to be a big problem because Jack is not going to let that happen. He's not going to make sure things go down smoothly. And when it comes to Alana, if she is alive, it'd be interesting to see how she views her life now that her teacher and her lover is fucking Hannibal the Cannibal, the Chesapeake Ripper, all these titles you can give Hannibal, and Will's on this journey, and even Will says to himself, "I don't know. I'm curious to find out how I'll react myself." Something to that effect. He says to Patsy, "Will he join Hannibal or will he try to capture him?" And that scene with Patsy made you think, what if they do find Hannibal right now? What's going to happen when Will help Hannibal escape, or will he help Patsy? I think it's more the first and then the latter. But who knows? Who knows? This show is so unpredictable. I have no idea what to think. And hopefully we get some answers about the whereabouts, or because it's 8 months later now. So if we never see Jack or Alana, that basically means they're dead. But I think we'll get some answers soon because it's an interesting time jump. And now we've got Will out of Baltimore or out of Virginia. I forgot what it's called, where they're situated in the last 2 seasons. But now he is close to Hannibal, and he's now in Europe. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. And interesting 2 episodes to this season. We got a nice little backstory to Hannibal and DeMorhe in the first episode, with some nice flashbacks with Gideon. And in this episode, we saw that Will is alive and Abigail is not, even though there was a brief hope that she was. And as the episode was going on and on and on, I kind of realized something's off here. Something's not right. And more and more I'm getting more concerned, or more I'm believing more that Will is going to be helping Hannibal rather than trying to get Hannibal, but put Hannibal away rather. So interesting first 2 episodes, and I'm sure he's going to get manic and crazy. And there's a couple of things we forgot too. Mason Verger, he is now in that position where he's gonna want to get Hannibal killed. Him trying to kill Hannibal is paramount to him, and I'm sure we're gonna get that scene was like go down, and I think he'll get in contact with Patsy too, because I know he does that in the movie, and all these things will occur. What I think. So anyway, and I'm looking forward to their reunion too, when Hannibal and Mason Verger reunite together, and maybe that scene like in the movie. I bet you wish you fed me the rest of me to the dogs. And he's like, no, Mason, I must prefer the way you are. And he just fucking goes away. Yeah, I've loved that scene in the movie. So hopefully we get something similar as well. And also Margot Verger, what's going on with her? Because now she's looking after Mason in a way. She's now the one in power as well, if you think about it. So there's some interesting things we haven't seen yet. Or also Alana and Jack, if they're alive or not. Some interesting pieces of the story that we're looking to continue. Hopefully, we haven't seen yet. So I'm excited to see how this goes in this season, because this is the final season as well. So I really hate if there's any loose ends. I'll be very disappointed if there's any loose ends, and I'll be campaigning for season 4 if there is some loose ends. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this season. I can't wait and see where this goes and see what happens between Hannibal and Will in terms of their relationship. I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. And if you want to watch full length reactions to this episode, you can have my Patreon, where you can watch full length reactions to all the movies and TV show episodes I watch on Patreon. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.